Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is lesson 3 of Art and Design Studio, session 1. In this lesson, we will learn about the method used to create art and design, the tools and techniques involved, and the role of art and design in the Ghanaian society. This is very important for exams and also for real-life understanding. Lesson objectives. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to mention methods of art production, identify tools and techniques involved, and explain the role of art in Ghana. Let's look at these artworks. How are these artworks made? Why are they important to the society? Methods of art and design production. There are many ways artists produce artworks. Each art has its own method, tools, and materials. Let's look at some important ones. Drawing and illustration, my favorite. These involve creating images on surface like paper, walls, and canvas. Now note that any surface on which art is created is called support. There are several types of drawing techniques. We have sketching, shading, scribbling, and digital drawing. And these techniques can be used to create several artworks, such as figure drawing, still life drawing, landscape and seascape drawing, imaginative drawing, abstract drawing, and realistic drawing. Let's move on to painting. Painting involves applying color to a surface. Examples of painting material includes paint brushes, paint, canvas, palette knife, and so many. And we also have a lot of painting techniques. These include murals, pyrography, graffito, impasto, spray painting, mosaic, collage, digital paintings, and others. Now let's look at printing. Printing is basically the art of transferring images from one surface to the other. Examples of printing include screen printing, stencil printing, frontage printing, direct printing, and digital printing. So you can decide to go into screen printing or digital printing. But digital printing is the norm now, so you can flow into that. Weaving and textiles. Weaving involves interlacing fibers to create fabrics. In fact, fibers are basically thread. So weaving thread to create cloth. You get it? Examples include kente, smoke fabric, and baskets. Now we have so many processes to convert fibers into fabrics. And these include weaving, knitting, crocheting, lacing, and others. And there are also decorative techniques that you can apply, and that is dye, embroidery, applique, and quilting. In fact, all this depends on the type of fabric, purpose, and nature. Now let's look at modeling and sculpture. Modeling involves shaping materials like clay, wax, or plaster. So modeling is additive, whilst carving is what? Subtractive. Now sculpture is the act of producing three-dimensional, realistic, or abstract artworks, and it can be relief or in the round. You have techniques like carving, modeling, casting, assemblage, or construction. All these can be used to create sculpture works. Now let's move on to digital art and computer-aided design. This involves using computers and softwares such as Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign, CorelDRAW, Affinity. In fact, we have a lot of them to create artworks. Now you have to master all these softwares or some of them based on the type of design you want to focus on. So I personally recommend the Adobe Suite for you. Now let's move on to mixed media. This involves joining different materials together to create one artwork. Now let's look at the role of art and design in the Ghanaian society. Art and design plays very important role in Ghana. Let's look at employment. Many people earn living through fashion designing, graphic designing, poetry, sculpture, textile production. Now, culture and identity. Art preserves Ghanaian tradition, beliefs, and customs. Festivals, tools, and clothing all tells our story as Ghanaians. Now let's look at economic development. Art contributes to tourism and export. You have so many people coming to Ghana because of art, and when they come, they buy Ghanaian crafts and artworks. Education and communication. Art, of course, helps teaching and learning. Examples like posters, illustrations, and visuals makes learning easier. And the last one, social and emotional benefits. Art helps to express emotion, reduce stress, and bring people together. Summary. Art is produced using many methods. Each method uses different tools and techniques. Art supports Ghana economy and culture. So let me give you this assignment. Of course, there's always an assignment. Choose one method of art production and explain tools used, materials used, and its importance in Ghana. Now let me give you the drawing tip. And this is a mental attitude for every beginner. Now you have to stop comparing your chapter 1 to somebody chapter 20. If you're a beginner, you can't compare your drawing to mine. You can't compare your drawing to somebody in your class who is very talented. Comparison is a thief of art. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Alright, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for the next lesson. I'm Ges Appah, and I'm out.